And knowing that as we hold space for one another, that we're actually working with the collective field. We're moving things in the collective field together, and it's trickling back into all of our lineages and trickling forward into all of the future generations. And we just send that all around with so much love and intention and prayer for creating new ways that are more open, more pleasurable, more interconnected, and in service to the earth and the whole. There's this interesting weaving between sort of these therapeutic models and these ways of working with the morphogenic field and these, basically the trauma that lives in our field. And there's also sort of this crystalline loving energy that we can also bring in, you know, that for me it comes through like shamanism and ceremony and the way that I attune to energy. But I think for many it can come in many different ways. But just wanting to speak to sort of this new energy of lightness that we can meet some of that trauma with. And, you know, depending on your spiritual attunement or what resonates for you, there's lots of different prophecies that speak about at this time that we're really in this place of kind of this upheaval of dealing with the collective trauma that's there. And bringing it into the light so that we can move forward with more ease and more pleasure and lightness. And so I often think that here, when I'm working with people, we're doing two things. One is we're tending to the field and we're wanting to hold space for the trauma energy to move. And then the other is we're actually also attuning our ancestral fields and our personal material to this new energy, which is bringing it into interconnection and into more coherence and into more resource. And then what happens with that is that it's a lot easier to work with the material. And so there's so much understanding happening now too about the neuroscience of that, of like, right, if we're in pleasure, if we're in play, how much that helps us actually digest trauma. And so, yeah, just understanding that that's sort of the energy intention of this container too. And I'm just wanting us to just be curious about that. Shanu Noya, Shanu Noya, Hey ya Yahune, Hey ya Hey